Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
All right. Like I promised, tonight I was going to interview Alyssa about her USJ trip, her Universal Studios Japan trip.
We went to USJ in February over my birthday, so it was like a birthday and a 1-year anniversary trip.
Yes. So the first thing we're going to start off with, we're going to just skip over the flight, and this is going to be all about USJ. They did do a few other things when they were there.
Yeah, so we went to Osaka Castle. We stayed in Osaka the whole time. So we just did the castle, we did the Pokemon Cafe and Pokemon Center, and then we did the aquarium as well. But this is going to be just USJ, because that was the main reason we went there.
Yeah, so we're going to start first with the hotel. So, tell me about your hotel.
It was nice. We stayed at the park front, which is one of their luxury hotels. We stayed at the luxury level, and so we got breakfast every morning. So we got a buffet breakfast, and it was so good because it had Japanese, it had American stations, so you could find anything there. And that buffet is usually like $20 per day, so we were there for 5 days, so we saved about $100.
Okay. How much was it per night?
It was about $200 per night.
See, that's very cheap. Now, if you do a comparison to the States parks, let's compare it to Orlando. Let's compare it to, like, Sapphire. Sapphire is, like, a lower-end resort for Universal. And that's, like, $120, roughly.
Yeah.
Like, the Hard Rock can get up to, like, $350.
Yeah.
So $200 for a very nice luxury.
We were at the luxury hotel and even on the luxury level, and it was only $200, including breakfast. And so it was very cheap. I'm not used to a $1,200 bill for 6 nights.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about, like, what the room was like.
The room is a little bit of a culture shock when you walk in there because, first of all, the beds we wanted a king bed. But they're pretty much like 2 full-size beds pushed together.
That's weird.
So
can you divide them?
You can't divide them, but like if you slept in between, you'd fall through.
Oh.
So Mitch and I pretty much slept on the opposite beds the whole time, because it's just not big enough for both of us to sleep on that one mattress. The bathroom was crazy. So like they have their toilet separate, and they have the heated seated toilet, which were super nice. It was great waking up in the morning and having that heated seat. What was also great was that every day when they did the cleaning, they gave you a fresh toothbrush, fresh razor,
that's nice.
Bath bomb. I didn't even know what it was until the very last day I opened it. And there's a bath bomb, and you're so good. So you only use it for 1 day. But they refreshed all of that.
That's nice.
And so it was really nice. They even give you deodorant. Like, we brought all this. I didn't even think that they were going to give this to you. So.
That's really nice. So besides the room, so what about the location? Where was your hotel compared to Universal?
So the park front is practically right at the front. You will see the arches and the globe right out your front door. And so it's literally about a 2-minute walk to actually get into the park from the park front, which is why we really wanted to stay there, because of the location. It's super nice. Their hotels are pretty much all connected to City Walk, so they're all very close. I mean, you can all walk to USJ, but the park front is the closest.
Cool. Cool. Okay, so what about, did your room have a theme park view?
We did not get a theme park view.
Why not?
Because they were full. Because at the park front, the luxury levels, they only have a handful of rooms because there's only 2 floors, and that's it.
Gotcha.
All the other floors are just their regular, and so the luxury rooms go fast, especially the theme park view. And so we got a city view room, and it was okay. I would much rather have a theme park view. Osaka is huge, and it's maybe not the prettiest thing to look at. So, but the mountains are cool.
That's cool.
Hmm
So the last thing I'll touch on for your hotel was, like, was there English checking in? Was checking in easy? Was talking to the people easy?
There was no form of English at the hotel.
Oh, okay.
Checking in was a little complicated. I kind of just handed my passport. She kind of found my name, and there was no communication.
Oh, okay.
Just, konnichiwa. That was pretty much it. It was very little English, and when we tried to go to a different hotel for dinner one night, tried to make a reservation, it was a nightmare because they don't speak English. I mean,
Really?
not even a sentence, and so
That's weird.
we couldn't make that reservation.
Oh no.
But we really did we ate at Wolfgang Pizza Bar about 2 or 3 times when we were there because it was in our hotel.
Oh, okay. In
Which
your
was,
hotel?
it was in City Walk, but it was actually in the building of our hotel. And
Gotcha.
so we like to go down there and just get a flatbread, and it was nice. So
Gotcha.
there they spoke maybe a little bit of English, but
Mm.
you pretty much just pointed to the menu, and that was that.
Gotcha. So, I guess we'll move more to the fun stuff now. Should we move to... Well, you guys had annual passes, correct?
Stop. Yes, we bought annual passes, and that was another struggle because they again don't speak a lot of English, and which I was kind of expecting, but we're in their country. I'm not really expecting that, and so we kind of just had to point to what annual pass we wanted. We got the lowest annual pass because it was about $120 for an annual pass.
So it was cheaper to get an annual, but oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Her cat is climbing the screen door. Okay, anyways. So how much, because you were there, how many days did you go to the park?
We went to the park pretty much 4.5 days.
Okay, so 4.5 days. So, it was way cheaper for you to get annual pass than buy park tickets?
Yeah. So
Like daily park tickets?
you can only buy 2-day park tickets at a time, and those were about $150.
Oh.
So they were even more than buying a
That's
light
weird.
annual
That's
pass.
weird.
So, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, for sure. Alright. Should we get into the park?
Yeah, let's get into the park.
Okay, well, should we start with City Walk?
Sure.
Okay. So, I love our City Walk in Orlando. So, is it very similar to that?
No. I've been to Orlando, I've been to Hollywood.
Yeah, she's been to Hollywood.
And now I've been to USJ, and USJ City Walk is by far the weakest.
Oh.
There just isn't a lot there. You don't go there for a night and say, oh, let's go hang out at City Walk. It really is just more of the entrance to USJ.
Oh, so it's really small?
It's very small. Their Hard Rock is 1 floor, probably the size of a Chili's. It's
Don't knock on Chili's?
It's really small. They have lots of restaurants, but they're all 6 tables.
Oh,
and stuff. We did eat at one restaurant. I forgot what it was called, but it was good because it had unlimited bread, and so
Yay, carbs!
It was Carb City.
Nice.
I would, there are a lot of nice restaurants in there, but it's definitely not a sit outside. Because it's cold a lot of times in Japan, so they don't have a Margaritaville. They don't have Chocolate Emporium. They have.
And
they do have
those?
No, they have Bubba Gumps and they have Red Lobster and they have Hard Rock. Those are
Okay.
in Wolfgang.
Okay. Are there any shops?
No, not
I
really.
got this sweatshirt at Billabong at City Walk. No?
There's the Universal store, which at first we thought was really disappointing because we went on the first level and it was all just snacks.
Oh.
And then we didn't realize there was a second and third level with all the clothes, and we're like, oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but there's a Universal store, and then there's Japanese stores, but lots and lots of pasta places.
Cool. So Alyssa has her map here.
The English version.
Yes. So we're gonna take the park now step by step through the whole place.
Yay!
So as you know, Universal Studios Japan is just the one park. I'm pretty sure Orlando is the only one with Islands Adventure, right?
Yep.
Like Singapore, Hollywood, soon to be Beijing.
Everyone else has just studios.
Just studios. Okay, cool. So, where would you like to start on this adventure?
We're gonna start in the entrance in Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Hollywood is cool. It's all covered, similar to Disneyland Tokyo, where their entrance is covered. Theirs is also covered.
That's cool.
I love that. It's nice. When we went, it was kind of cold. I mean, it was 30s and 40s, and so when you walked under there, it kept all the heat inside, so it was nice. In Hollywood, pretty much all just shops. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Oh, yeah. So, Sing on Tour is one of their attractions. We didn't do Sing on Tour, so I can't.
Why not?
I can't say much about it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, here we go. The Hollywood Dream.
Oh, she didn't like this.
The Hollywood Dream is like their Rip Rocket, but worse.
We're going on the Hollywood Dream. It's a 70-minute wait, and we actually are using our express, so it might be worth it. Yes, making it worth it. How did you think of the Hollywood Dream?
And bumpy.
It was bumpy. It wasn't my favorite ride here, that's for sure. But our express was definitely worth it. I would not wait 70 minutes for it. There's no way. They're very serious about it. They like double check. I had to put rubber bands around my boots. It was very interesting.
Yeah, very.
I wouldn't come here to do that.
Yeah.
Everything else I've done is fantastic, but not that one. That was the first done. Sorry.
Mitch did the VR Attack on Titan, which is in Hollywood, and he loved it. Usually it's the space fantasy ride, which is just a dark roller coaster ride, but they change it for Cool Japan to make it a VR experience. So he liked it. I don't do VR and roller coasters, I go backwards. So I waited.
So is that it for Hollywood?
Yeah, I mean, Hollywood had a nice little bakery. We got snacks at before we watched the nighttime parade, which is amazing.
So it's like, it has to be similar to like the entrance to our Universal Studios. Like there's really not much in that first section. I mean, I know they're building, you know, the Bourne to the right when you walk in.
Yeah, but
when
it's
you
pretty
go,
much, it's like that because they pretty much only have like the Sing on tour, which is just a show, and they have the one attraction.
and we have the Rip Rocket
yeah.
in our entrance, and we have like the Minions.
Yeah, so it is similar to ours. Hollywood is different. Hollywood is a different part. So
Okay. So I just wanted you to be clear. When we're talking about Hollywood, we're talking about the land in Universal Studios Japan.
yes.
We're not talking about Hollywood, Universal Studios Hollywood. Just to be clear.
All right. Next up is going to be New York, and New York had a few different rides in it. One being Spider-Man. We did their Spider-Man, and it was really weird for it all to be in Japanese. Their animatronics, their non-screen parts of the ride were different than ours, and theirs is much bigger. I mean, there's 3 loading zones. It's huge compared to our Spider-Man.
It says 5 minutes. We're gonna do it. Let's do Spider-Man. 5 minutes. It's pretty much the exact same as ours, but it's in Japanese.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was fun seeing Spider-Man talking Japanese.
That's funny, yes.
Not understanding a word, but knowing
There
what
were
it
a
said.
few scenes that were slightly different,
Like
so
physical,
that
yeah.
was cool.
The only other attraction in New York is Terminator, which we loved Terminator, even though we had no idea what they were saying. Terminator was honestly about a 30-minute show. Didn't know anything, but they mix 3D and people, and it's cool. Like, I don't know what our Terminator was in Orlando, but
we weren't
this
here.
one was fantastic, and the seats would drop on you. It was
Oh
so
my
much-
gosh.
It was fun. It was a surprise.
That's cool.
So yeah.
So that was New York. So would you say their New York is similar to our New York?
It's very similar because
Like our
you're
New York is where the mummy is.
So pretty much the outside of their Spider-Man is exactly what the Mummy looks like.
Oh,
And
okay.
then our New York has Jimmy Fallon, and so I'd compare that to Terminator.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's pretty much very similar. They do have Finnegan's. We didn't eat at Finnegan's because we have it here, but they have Finnegan's.
Nice. So it is very similar. So far, it is almost
So far.
the image looks the map looks very similar to like our, like how it's just a big straight shot right there.
Yeah.
That's very much what ours is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting. Alrighty.
Banana! Alright, so USJ is the only park to have a whole Minion park.
I wouldn't even step foot in there. Like, I cannot stand the Minions. Yes, do I like the Minion ride here? Yes, but I hate the Minions. Is any other park getting a Minion park?
No.
Oh, okay, so this is special. So tell us about it.
So when you walk in, it's an overload of color.
Oh.
It smells like bananas everywhere,
Ew, really? Like Laffy Taffy banana
Yeah.
or like real banana?
like Laffy Taffy bananas.
Yeah.
They have like some like arcade games, and they had a few restaurants, but they were closed when we were there. They have 2 rides. They have
Ooh.
the Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, which is very different from ours.
How?
The screen's the same, but the whole vehicle itself is very, very different. The first room you go into when you see Gru is the same.
Okay, I
But
know
then
that.
you break up into groups of like 6,
Okay.
and then you watch the other video with like the fart gun.
Yeah,
That-
okay.
That you're in a smaller group,
Mhm.
and then you break down and you get into these cars, and they lift from the floor, and then the screen's in front of you.
Oh, okay.
So, the screen is the same story, but just getting to it is extremely different, and the
okay.
ride vehicle is very different. The other ride is Freeze Ray Racers, which is so much fun. It's kind of comparable to Alien Swirling Saucers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's
So
cool.
we did that one a few times because we don't have that in Orlando or in Hollywood, and so it was fun. Just a fun little ride.
That's cool.
It doesn't even show up on the map.
I was gonna say, where is it?
Oh, it's probably 27.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So basically, it's kind of like a big area, but it has one main attraction.
Yeah.
So it's like
Mhm.
it's like Diagon Alley.
Yeah,
But-
it's kind of like Diagon Alley, or it's kind of like Harry Potter, where you have Forbidden Journey and Hippogriff.
Oh, okay.
So you
yeah,
have
that
one
makes
main
sense.
attraction and one smaller
Gotcha.
attraction.
Gotcha.
So I liked Minion Park. I don't care for the Minions, but the rides are cool.
Next up is San Francisco, and they do not have Fast and Furious, and I would be very
No
upset.
Fast and Furious, and their Lombards is quick service.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That's a disgrace to Lombards.
Yeah.
Lombards.
And it looks, honestly, it looks very similar on the outside. Lombards, it has like the blue awning, but it's not. It's
And then you walk in, it's like quick service.
quick service.
Urgh.
The only attraction in San Francisco is Backdraft, which I love. I really love this park because a lot of these rides are like old Universal attractions. So Backdraft is very similar to Twister. It's just kind of a walking theater attraction. At the end, it's just a bunch of fire all over the place, and then the floor drops out just like Twister did.
That's cool. I miss Twister.
So it's a fun attraction, something to do when it was busy and it was a 10-minute wait. So I love Backdraft. I'm worried that they're probably going to close it eventually.
So once again, I think our San Franciscos are very similar, besides the fact that we just got Fast and Furious. Like, that was where Disaster was.
Mm-hmm.
So, once again, like, we only have one ride in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm. And
very
honestly,
similar.
the picture is very similar. They kind of have, like, the Ghirardelli thing
And they have the
Lombard.
same, like, lagoon looking thing.
Yeah. But their lagoon is much larger than ours.
Ours is little. Gotcha. So San Francisco, and it's just like the one straight shot like ours in Orlando is.
Yeah, it's very, very small. But it does its job, which holds Backdraft.
Oh. To what?
To the best Jurassic Park land I've ever been to.
Why is that?
This Jurassic Park is by far the biggest. The music is the best. Like,
Ooh, Jacob, listen
the
to that.
music is, I wish I could sit there and just record the music because I'm missing it. It's,
You can't find it anywhere?
no,
Oh.
it's so good. Freaking, I love it. You know, I love Jurassic World in Hollywood, but this Jurassic Park really was great. It has the flying dinosaur, which is a flying coaster. It was closed the entire time we were there.
Aww.
It was closed for only a week this year, and the week we were there.
Bad planning.
And then they have, of course, the Jurassic Park River Adventure. Well, they just call it Jurassic Park the Ride. I like going on it because I picked out everything that was different. So the big dinosaur at the beginning was a different color. The track and route is completely different because it needs to fit their land, and so that was interesting. Their drop is very large.
Is it? Is it bigger than ours?
It's bigger than ours.
Oh, because that one always like throws my stomach up.
And the dinosaur, the T-Rex at the end, is gigantic. In USJ, they know how to use their animatronics. So Jurassic Park was fantastic. They had a restaurant just like us.
Burger Digs?
But it's not Burger Digs.
Burger Digs is not good.
I forgot what their restaurant was called.
Huh.
Just like the Discovery or something. They have actually two restaurants similar to ours. It's a great land, and I love it. We just sat in there. Oh my gosh, I had chocolate Doritos. We'll talk about snacks later.
So if you look at the map, and if you're kind of basing it off of Universal Studios Orlando, Jurassic Park, the area, that's roughly where like Fear Factor, right, and like Diagon Alley would be.
Yeah.
In the park, along that back, kind of that area.
Yeah.
See, it seems weird to have Jurassic Park in Universal when it's like it should be at Islands of Adventure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Splashes and splashes.
ふんだんに与えています。次はハドロサウルスの入り江です。
Yeah, everything's like on the opposite side. Oh, we got wet.
Yeah.
Mitch called it. We got wet. On my legs,
Gloves. Face.
gloves, little chilly right now.
Next up is my favorite Universal show ever, Waterworld. We're like the only Universal that doesn't have Waterworld, which really is annoying. I hope it goes in Epic Universe. It's just the best stunt show I've ever seen. I loved it in Hollywood, even though it was all in Japanese. I still loved it. It's just great. I love the music again.
Music? Guys, you don't understand. Theme parks, like, music drives the theme parks.
Yes.
Like, I listen to the Islands of Adventure music all the time.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And so that's just kind of in the back between Jurassic Park and the next land we're going to talk about. The only reason we went to USJ was for Amity Village. They have a whole Amity Village. A whole land based off Jaws. That was the first place we went to, the first USJ attraction I went on, the last USJ attraction I went on. We spent probably about 50% of our time there.
Look what we found. We found Jaws. We saw Amity Village. That's Potter. They have a very nice entrance for Potter. But we're going to Amity Island. Woohoo! You want some Amity ice cream right now, babe?
It's just they're closed.
Oh, we're closed? I wonder why. Look at the Jaws ride! Look at Bruce! Look at Big Bruce! Oh my god! Oh my god! We just got off Jaws. It was the greatest thing ever. Oh my gosh, I love Jaws. We're gonna have to do that multiple times when you're here. You can't film, but I was smiling the whole time and laughing. We're waiting for the Jaws restaurant to open.
Custard pudding.
Look at this cute thing. Oh my god. So cute.
So that's what's
I want to get it.
I don't. Interesting. Chicken sandwich noodles.
Which one?
Yeah, okay.
That one? I bought stuff. I bought Jaws merch.
Or just the straight fried chicken.
We're in the Amity restaurant. Look what we're gonna get.
Cajun shrimp and fries. Only $5.50. Easy.
It's so cute.
In Amity Village, they have a restaurant called Amity Restaurant because that's a really unique name. It was great fried chicken. Great. It was like sandwiches, very similar to probably like Columbia House kind of style food.
Now we're switching parks.
Mm-hmm.
I know, we're going all over the place, but just to give you an idea, it was great. Yeah, Amity was fantastic. I loved Amity.
So
I
it just
love
had
Jaws.
the one Jaws ride and then the restaurant.
Yep.
And you stayed in there for 50% of your time.
Yep. They had a gift shop too.
Oh, okay. Alright.
That ride was just amazing, and if you go on it, you also saw the huge Nintendo World.
Oh, okay.
Because it's going to be behind Jaws, so you got to see a huge glimpse of it, and we got to see lots of construction.
Oh,
so
it's fun.
yes. The only no, I'm kidding. Harry Potter. 10 out of 10 people. Harry Potter was
Wrong. There's no Hagrid's.
the best Harry Potter I've been to. And I've been to all three. This was the last one that I hadn't been to. And it's big. I bought a wand. And
We'll show you all of her purchases after.
But the wand, I really liked to go through. They had so many interaction spots, which I really liked.
こちらの方は杖を選びたいと思ってとはいえ言うまでもなく実際は杖が魔法使いを
Wonderful. Oh, now tell me which is your wand on. Biggie kiki, hidari kiki, right, left, right hand, left hand. Right, left. Left hand. Ah, now let's begin. You see, Ollivander no tsue wa subete kyōyoku na marioku o sama no 信じている魔法使いと杖がもとも強く生き合うときベストな結果がもたらされる。ここをちょっとお軽くしましょう。Let's see if we can brighten the place a bit by illuminating your wand. Give it a wave and say, Lumos. Lumos. Be on the kicks, Betanto.
It worked.
I got fire.
Oh, okay. Try it again. Look at that. Got a little bit. Got a little bit. Just a little bit, baby.
What?
You're only getting a little bit.
Come on.
Say the spell.
It doesn't like me.
It doesn't. It's probably because it just happened.
Yeah.
You're too loose.
I'm too loose.
C, type V.
What?
Slow it down a little
Slow?
bit. Yes.
Just feel like O.
You're doing
Not
like
O.
so.
Just C.
Yeah, just C. You're going. Oh, there you go. You did it. Got it all.
それでは楽しんでくれ。そうそう。もしドラゴンに出くわしたら職員に知らせてくれるかの。そして逃げろ。順番は逆でも構わん。よろしくな。はて、あの本どこやったかの。ああ、みんなそうしたもの。背中や首が痛むものも出ていくこと。簡単なことだ。はるばる来たな。もうすぐだ。待つのもあと少しだ。勇敢。
So we just got done with Harry Potter's Forbidden Journey, and this Harry Potter Forbidden Journey is amazing because the Dementor is like the whole ceiling is Dementors. There's like 30 of them. It's crazy. I really like this one. I screamed. I didn't. It was. See, I like this out. It was great.
Alright, I want to talk about this last one.
All right, we have one more small one. I guess I didn't know about it, but I guess we're going to SeaWorld.
So they have Universal Wonderland, which is all Elmo, Hello Kitty, and Snoopy.
See, Elmo's at SeaWorld though. That's what throws me off. Elmo is right there.
Let's take a look at even these rides they have. Because they have the Flying Snoopy,
See, and Snoopy's in Mall of America. Why is
Snoopy's
he?
Great Race, Hello Kitty's Ribbon Collection,
Not bad.
Hello Kitty's Cupcake Dream, Moppy Lucky's Dance Party. We didn't spend much time in there because all of that was closed when we were there.
Oh, why was it closed?
Everything was closed pretty much.
Why?
Because they were just doing refurbishments on it.
Oh, probably needed it. Is it like Seuss Landing,
Kind of. But worse.
or is it like Barney?
Kind of like Barney. So we went in there because Mitch wanted to get a Snoopy. So we got that, but like the Flying Snoopy is just like Dumbo. But all those rides are closed. So oh, I forgot to mention one attraction.
Oh.
I forgot to talk about, they have Beetlejuice. So if you really like old Universal attractions, you'll love this park because they have Beetlejuice, Terminator, Jaws, Backdraft even, which is similar, you know, so it has all these classic attractions. So that's
there,
the park.
that was the circle of Universal Studios Japan, and we still have a lot more, such as food, snacks,
Food and snacks are the same thing.
and shopping. So since we've now come full circle into just the park, we still have not really talked about restaurants or anything yet, but I want to ask Alyssa, like, how many days do you think you would need to go to Universal Studios Japan? And you can answer it on different levels, like
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
because
I
obviously
was going to.
there's people that just go do rides and don't care about anything else. So
Yeah, so for the people who are literally just going there to do like Hollywood Dream and just like all the big attractions and just be done, they probably only need a day. Because those people probably also don't appreciate everything else. For people like myself who really appreciate all the details, all the shows, all the street shows, everything, I would say you really need 3 or 4 days there. Just because you take in so much. And I have a times guide here. This is their times guide. And so to really line up everything, you need time to do that. So we felt not rushed. We felt like it was a great time to be there for 4.5 days. And so
would you ever be there for more?
Probably not.
You wouldn't. So if you go back to Japan, you would still do a few other different things for like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the park. It has nothing to do with
Disneyland.
It has nothing to do with the park. It just has to do with, I mean, it might change because we weren't there when Nintendo. So
That's
if,
true.
when Nintendo's there, you might need more than that.
Gotcha. So that's just your overall idea. It can so basically anywhere from 1 to like 4 days.
Yeah.
For right now is how much you need. Just depends on how much detail you want to see.
Yeah.
And how slow you want to be, like how relaxed you want to be.
Yeah.
Like we like to do our theme park days chill.
We were very chill. I mean, we would get there park opening, do a few things. We'd go back to the room, warm up a little bit, go back out. We would chillax. So, yeah, I mean, anywhere between 1 to 4 days, we'll get through everything.
Next, we are going to just touch base on restaurants. So start with in-park.
So in park, Universal Japan has the most sit-down restaurants in park, which is something that's important to me because I like to go sit at dinner or at lunch, just take a break and just get a nice meal. So they have Finnegan's, the Parkside Grill, Saido, which is a Japanese restaurant. They have an Italian one, which is something about a blue cavern or something. I think they have 4. So they have 4, which is more than any Universal park. We only ate at the Parkside Grill. We ate there twice.
And that's not in the park.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yes, all those are in the park. The Parkside Grill, we had my birthday dinner, and I got the Wagyu beef, which is so good. It was, their sit-down restaurants were nice. It's a little different because the Parkside Grill and this Italian restaurant were connected. So
That's weird.
half of it was like a Western, like a Longhorn theme, and that rest was like Italian. It was weird, but it was fine.
So it's kind of like going into Epcot, like, because Tokyo Dining and then like the hibachi,
Yeah.
they're very different themes when you go upstairs for any restaurant in Tokyo.
Yeah,
But they're all connected.
yeah. So we only ate at that one because we just really liked it so much. Next time I'd probably try their Finnegan's just to see what it's like, and probably Saido as well. But Saido was strictly Japanese, and since we did a few days without the park, I had enough Japanese food.
Okay. So it's kind of, I mean, like, for our Universal, like, we have Finnegan's and Lombard's. Is that it?
Yep, and in Hollywood, they don't have any sit-down restaurants. So it's
Ugh.
crazy. But yeah, they have the most, and
Yeah, that's how we're going to be. In Shanghai, like, we only have one sit-down restaurant
yeah,
in the park.
yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so you already talked a little bit about your buffet, your brunch, your breakfast at the hotel. Did you eat at any other places in City Walk or at the hotel?
So we, like I said, we ate at Wolfgang, the pizza bar, a few times, and we ate at the.
Is it like American pizza?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's great. And then we ate at we ate at the Hard Rock. We pretty much just got mac and cheese, like in appetizers. It just wasn't fantastic. I prefer our Hard Rock here, or
I'm just not a big fan of Hard Rock. at all.
I like the hotel.
I like the hotel, but like their restaurants,
Their
I'm
restaurants
not a
are
fan
just. It was weird. We were like the only ones in there, and it was like prime time at lunch, so
Okay.
it was fine. And then we ate at this little nook place that had the unlimited bread and soups and stuff, and that was probably my favorite, because it had like bread, it had baked cheese on it.
Oh yes.
And you got like unlimited of that. So
How would you say the prices compared to like when we go to Lombard, it's pretty expensive.
Mhm.
But when you were talking about your hotel, it was cheap. So what were the restaurant prices like?
food is pretty much average to here.
Oh.
When we ate at the Parkside Grill and had the Wagyu beef, which is very expensive, it was over $100.
Okay.
So their food matches kind of our prices.
That's weird because everything else is cheap.
Which is also weird because when Mitch and I would order alcohol or I'd get wine, that'd be like $5 for a glass.
That's strange.
And like soda, like beverages were cheap, but
okay.
the food itself was
That's weird.
similar to ours. So.
That's weird. All right, so the last thing we're going to cover is merch, and we're just going to go into her house and we're going to show you the stuff that she bought. But yeah, otherwise that's a full circle. So we're going to head on in and show you all of her stuff, and she bought a lot of stuff.
Alright, so just to start off, we're just going around my house, and these are the first things. So this is a T-Rex that Mitch got. It's wearing a Jaws headband, which they sell in the park, and he's eating a turkey leg and a soda. Probably melon soda, because that was delicious. And then this was one of the things we got at the Pokemon Center. So that's not Universal, but that was one thing that we got. Alright, and then we also got a pack of magnets. We just thought they were cute. We need magnets, so.
That one's cute. That's my favorite.
This one's my favorite because it reminds me of Hollywood with the Mosasaurus.
Okay. Oh God, her cat's following me. Hi, Mal.
I got this. This was a big purchase. This was $40. And we call it Gao Gao.
Does Gao Gao do anything?
It moves, but it has no batteries in it right now, so it doesn't move. So it does that. But I wanted him, so I got him. And then
well, I just don't understand like they could at least do something Jurassic Park about it.
And then this is Snoopy. Mitch got Snoopy.
Does that say anything about you as Jay on it?
Yeah.
It does? Oh, see, that one's legit.
You don't believe me by the box?
I do, but are you always gonna keep it in the box?
No. So for right now, it's going back in the box. Alright, so this is one of the t-shirts I bought. I bought quite a few. But this one is just the Wizarding World, and it says USJ on it. I just liked it. I actually never had a Wizarding World shirt that was just Wizarding World. I've always bought like the Harry Potter and Slytherin stuff. And so I love Harry Potter, so I wanted one that said the Wizarding World. And so I got this shirt. I also got a Jaws shirt. Why am I forgetting what I bought? I don't know. I bought a few.
You bought a lot of clothes.
I bought a lot. And t-shirts and merchandise at USJ are really expensive. This shirt was probably $35. So the room is cheap and the drinks are cheap. But
it evens
else.
out. It evens out.
I got this hat. I like wearing hats, and so I just picked this up. This was probably about $20. What I like.
That's legit for a hat.
Yeah.
It's not like too much. Like I don't think your merch is just average. Like I don't think it's expensive. It's just theme park.
What I like is that their logo is facing the Japan side of the globe, and ours is facing the US side.
So cute.
So I got this sweatshirt. I know Caitlyn wanted me to get the white version.
Yeah, the white one was so cute because all the red was like in like aqua blue.
But that's not like universal colors.
I don't care.
So I love the sweatshirt because it says the world's best Universal Studios.
Is it though?
We'll get to that. And it was made in 2001. So shortly after our islands.
Yeah, and right after Discovery Cove.
And then this sweatshirt I just thought was super cute because it's just simple, straight to the point.
I like that one.
So I really liked this one. So I had to pick it up. And yeah, the sweatshirts were probably close to $50 to $60, which
That's average.
for a good sweatshirt. I mean,
So we're gonna wrap this video up, but we're gonna do one more thing. And because she's been to 3 Universals, like we said, she's been to Hollywood, obviously Orlando, and Japan. So rank them.
my favorite park is still going to be Hollywood. I just love it out there. And there are certain things, like literally just the cultural barriers and the language barriers. It does make it a little more enjoyable when you can understand what's going on. USJ would have to be probably in the middle.
Oh gosh, you were like Orlando's at the bottom. I feel like that's just because you're like, it's just home.
Orlando's at the bottom because, yeah, it's just
home.
And also because it's massive compared to all the other parks. You know, to me, I almost like it simpler. I like, there's the one studios, you go in it, you just enjoy it, and that's that.
Gotcha.
I love that. Obviously, I love Volcano Bay and I love islands. But I feel like sometimes islands or studios here waste their space.
For sure.
You know, the other studio parks take everything good out of islands and put it in their parks. So I'm not really missing anything.
Cool. So that was the ranking, and that was her trip. So I hope you enjoyed this very long video. But yeah, so it's a lot of fun, and we'll be back with another video because there's something else to do.
Exactly.
Bye-bye.
Konnichiwa.
That's hello. What's goodbye?